Let's talk about Spurs against Aston Villa, shall we? I know people might think I was a bit disrespectful to NS Mura, but what I was trying to point out was 5-1. NS Mura is a team in the Slovenian league, was formed 9 years ago. Their ground capacity is 5,000, and they are currently 5th of 10 in the Slovenian league, so they are not European giants. Nevertheless, Michael Dawson, it's good for Harry Kane's confidence, which is just as well because there were a lot of derogatory comments about his performance against Arsenal.
I don't think you were being disrespectful, Jeff. I think Spurs beating them 5-1, it's what you would expect. 5-0 would have been better, of course it would. But I think it's... Is it a confident booster? It's nice for Harry to get 3 goals, but he'll realise that was no test. That was no test on Thursday. They'd turn up, they expect to get a bag full, but they got the job done. It'll be a different game against Aston Villa. Yeah. Everyone, they started the game, 3 out of 3 won the season, 3 games. Arsenal were there, we're all sitting here criticising. Spurs are going through that in a moment, and they're going to have to rally round together, Nuno to start with, the manager, and go, we're in this. Everyone's doubting us from the outset. Let's stick together. We've got to show fight and determination, because when you lose 3 to Palace, 3 to Chelsea, and 3 in a North London derby, one thing you have to do, roll your sleeves up and go, oh, Villa is a tough game. And it is going to be a tough game because they're a good team. And one thing that no fan will unaccept is no fight. And that's what they have to show on Sunday. Bounce back.
To be fair, I'd get you in the dressing room tomorrow. I want to play football now. To be fair, it's true, though.
It's true, Merce.
Yeah, 100%,
one thing,
100%.
we talk about there's periods in our career, and me yourself, you go through periods where you can't pass a ball 5 yards, you've gone. So one thing you have to do, you look to your manager and say, right, you are our governor, you take us.
Merson's never done that, he says.
No, well, I have, Merce, I have. And some of them Spurs players, Merce, they need that because they are lacking it. They're looking for someone for help. And when they cross the white line, you're the one who can do it, but the boss has to just start. He starts with him.
You see, by the way, what Michael Dawson did there as well, Merce. He said Harry Kane's not scoring goals, but look, he's running around.
Yep.
Yeah.
Running around. You know what? There's no way I'd sit.
I knew Jeff was coming.
There's no way I'd sit on this show and have a go at Harry Kane for what he's done over the last 5, 6, 7 years on a consistent basis. He's out of form, and then he looks at the team and he goes, right. Olberg sits in front of the back 4, not really going to give me the ball from 30 yards away. Dele Alli, I don't know what's happened to Dele Alli at the moment. Needs to get back to the Dele Alli that I knew, which was like a David Platt kind of player, get in the box and a very good finisher. Dombele is a baller. You know, he'll beat 3 or 4 players, not going to put the ball through the eye of a needle for you. And Harry Kane's dropping short. Last season he was dropping short. We were saying he's the most all-round centre-forward we've ever seen in football, virtually. Now, you know, I feel for him. I think he's just out of form, and it's come at the wrong time where everybody's putting 2 and 2 together and really coming up with 5. Yeah, because you know, he's a trier. That is one thing he is. He is a trier. He's not one of them who's going to down tools.
And he's often, you know, look, he scored goals for England. He scored goals in the EFL Cup so far. He scored goals in that Conference League as well. And he's often a slow starter in the Premier League. You know, whether Manchester City have made a bid for him or not. But I'll tell you what, Boydie, though, looking at that game in midweek...
To be fair,
the fact that Spurs had to bring Harry Kane on when they did, and Kane said he didn't expect to be on the field at all, tells you a lot about Spurs' form at the moment, doesn't it?
Well, Jeff, I think every goal scorer will tell you, you know, you can get yourself in the position, but you need your teammates to supply the ammunition for you to finish. And that's not happening for Harry Kane at the Premier League level at this moment in time. You know, during the week against lesser opposition, yes, it happened. They had a couple of fantastic finishes, first-time finishes. The Harry Kane, you know, the trademark Harry Kane finish as such, down the side of the centre-half and back across the goalkeeper. Fantastic finishes. But, you know, I think when you look at Tottenham right now, there's just something not, you know, working. It's as if, are we going to become an attacking team? Nuno needs to actually say to you, right, what are we? If it means they're sacrificing some of the forward players to become more of a defensive team, you cannot keep shipping the amount of goals you're shipping and expect to win games of football. And that is with Harry Kane in it. We keep hearing about Dele Alli being this fantastic player and everything, but you go back to when Jose Mourinho dropped him, he was criticised. There was a reason why Jose Mourinho dropped him. There's something not right. You know, Doss will probably know more than me, but it's, you know, the form has, it's not as if it's just dipped off recently. It's been for a number of years with Dele Alli now, and he needs to get back to a level that people are speaking about having a positive in a positive way, because there is no doubt there is a talent there.
And that's the big concern, isn't it, about Dele Alli, Dawes, is the length of time it's been since we saw him consistently playing well.
And we talked about last year what he went through with Jose Mourinho, and now Nuno is coming. He's playing in a different position. I like to see him further forward. I like to see him arriving in the box, scoring goals. Like, that's when he's at his best. For me, he's not a player that gets on the ball and going to start creating. He arrives in the box late. When it gets in wide areas, score. He pops up. You've seen early on in the scene, he's popped up in positions. You think, fine match, could he score? He went the wrong side of the post. But yeah, it's. I think he's one who's lacking that confidence, and results dictate that. You can, in a team sport, I always say individually when you go back to it. Team collectively, someone can carry you. Individual sports can't, and collectively, as Spurs are at the moment, there's too many of them not playing to the level they need to win football matches. So there's only yourself who can get out of that rut, and they are in it. And it's got to start against Aston Villa because they're a team, but collectively they have to be better everywhere.
Dos, do you think Dele Alli just had a purple period, or do you think he is at the level that everybody thinks he should be at?
Well, I think when he came from MK Dons, he hit the ground. It was a surprise, Boydie. I think everyone was like, wow, he's coming from League One. He went back on loan, and when he came in under Mauricio Pochettino, was he going to be the superstar that we expected? It happened so quick. So then he set the bar. We spoke earlier, Jeff, about Leicester. You set the bar so high, soon as you come below it, people start questioning it. That is how it is. So he might be a downfall of his own success so quick. That's it. That's realistic. But he hasn't hit the heights that he hit, certainly in his first 2 seasons, Boydie. So he's got to try and keep building, keep going, and have that mindset. I talk about a mindset as a footballer. You are the only person who can dictate it and get you back playing to the level. And Dele needs to, because there's a talent in there.
Nuno, if you believe what you read, already under a bit of pressure, and they conceded 3 in each of the last 3 Premier League games. And they'll not be encouraged taking on Villa, will they, by the fact that Villa, aside from winning at Old Trafford, created so many opportunities, Merce.
They're a good football team, Villa. I said on here last week, Jeff, you beat Aston Villa, it's a good 3 points. It's a good 3 points because they can beat anybody on their day. This is a hard game. This is a hard game, and I think the manager is under severe pressure. I think there's ways of losing football matches, and if I'm sitting there and I'm the manager of that team, I'm sitting there thinking, I'm in trouble. When I've watched them against Palace, when they never looked like winning the football match, Chelsea. The second half of Chelsea when they went behind, and the first half of Arsenal, if I'm the manager, I'm sitting there thinking, oh no, I'm in trouble.
Clinton, are Villa a mid-table side? Or will they be better than that?
I think they'll be better than that.
Who finishes above who, Leicester or Villa?
That's not the question.
Well, it's a good question, in fairness. I think,
I'll answer it and then you answer it after, yeah? But I think Leicester will finish ahead of Villa. But I think Villa, we're not a mid-table team, no chance. When everyone's fit, I think Dean Smith... I agree with Merce. I think going forward, they'll create chances. They'll go to Tottenham. They'll create chances. Ollie Watkins, Danny Ings, when they get Bailey fit, we've seen what he can do in the brief appearances that he showed. They've got great attacking options. Midfield, McGinn. I like them. I like Aston Villa. I like Dean Smith, Buendia as well. The attacking option they've got, they'll always go to grounds and they'll cause surprises. And it won't be a surprise if they beat Tottenham tomorrow. For me, it won't be a surprise. I back Villa to go there and go and beat Tottenham. But it's a game where Dorsey's spot on. The players have to roll their sleeves up, Tottenham, and put in a performance, because you're only as good as your last game, and their last game against Arsenal was nowhere near good enough. But yeah, I just think Leicester will get out of the rut they're in at the moment and finish just above Villa, 1 point above them, I think. You ask me the question, I will always give you the answers, Jeff.
Well done. So, Merce, what do you think? You asked the question about Villa.
No, yeah, you got to answer
like
it.
Michael Parkinson, like a great interviewer. You don't answer your own question.
Yeah, well, you got to answer.
Yeah, but I'm asking you now.
Oh,
That's why
OK.
you're on here.
I go Aston Villa.
OK. Will Villa finish above Arsenal?
No.
Okay.
Arsenal might finish in the top 4, yeah.
Do you really believe that?
Merce. No chance.
No chance as well.
Isn't it a daft game? We could go on with this all day, couldn't we? Will who finish above who?